Are you an archaeologist like me? At home, having to console your dog because you couldn't go on that Pompeii trip and find the dining hall. Well, I'm getting sick of all these places overseas to go dig. I need somewhere here in the US. I need somewhere new, somewhere that hasn't really been touched yet. I got it, Z. Let's get in the car. I think I know where we're going. Violet, you're right. This is a perfect place. This is my hometown, Raleigh County, West Virginia. And here, besides the natural beauty, just 12 miles down the road is the home of Layland, West Virginia, where the famous mining disaster happened back in 1905. Like I said, 12 miles down the road. So I think if we go down there, we can maybe find some good spots that could potentially be a great place for some archaeological digs. So let's hop in the car and let's get going. Well, one thing is we can't talk about Layland, West Virginia without going through and discussing Quinnomont, West Virginia. It was one of the oldest European settled towns in the New River Gorge, where, as you will see coming up, we're going to pass a sign that says we are entering the New River Gorge. This fertile land at the bottom of the New River was really great for farming, so you saw a lot of immigrants and things like that move to the area over time. In 1873, the main line of the Chesapeake and Ohio Railroad opened up. Quinnomont was able to start shipping coal from the New River Gorge area, including the mine from Layland, West Virginia. At its peak, the town of Quinnomont had over 500 residents. They had a railroad station where they had 2 daily passenger trains. They had a general store, post office, and hotel. They even had a baseball field for local mining teams because these coal mines were so prevalent throughout the areas, and wherever there was a mine, there was a coal town. So why does Layland and Quinnomont matter? Like I said earlier, the mine disaster that happened in 1915, not 1905. Hi, coal truck, that was my mistake. Directly affected this small town of Quinnomont because the New River and Pocahontas Consolidated Coal Company took over and they needed to find their employees somewhere. They happened to find 267 that worked for the mining company, and 112 of those men died on the day of the disaster. So get ready, here we go, Layland, West Virginia. Yep, I'm not joking. This is the entirety of Layland, West Virginia. It's about a 30-second drive. Here on the left, you'll see what's left of it now. This is the Bauer Mine Supply Company, and that's also where the blast actually happened. It's really only used for storage now. They won't even go in that building anymore, but this is the entire stretch. German, Hungarian, Irish, Italian, Greek, African American, and even people from the British Isles called Quinnomont home. The bottom of the New River Gorge, where the New River flows, this heart of West Virginia, holds all the secrets and the stories of these families that traveled here for the fertile lands and the hope of a better life. Looking at the case study at Mono Mills, there's a lot of similarities between these places and all of the coal towns in West Virginia. Archaeological topics could range from sociological and economical impact to ethnicity, racialization, and even unionization. These people here called this place their home, but yet they were oppressed by the mines that owned every aspect of their life. Here's a picture of the survivors, the blast site, and the rescue train. And here is Quinnomont when it was at its peak. Look how beautiful it is with the mountains. The interesting thing about miners is that they carried a lot of the same items with them from time to time. They would have their book to clock in and out, usually a watch of some type. A lot of them, especially the immigrants, would carry their money on them. One Italian immigrant had over $1,500 bound in a leather case. In 2014, as part of the Forgotten History Project, there was a memorial built at the number 3 mine blast site, where the lists of the dead and the survivors can be seen. Layland and Quinnomont may be reduced to nothing now, but the ghosts and the stories and the items to be found of these names are still out there looking to be studied. So come to West Virginia. Who knows what you can find? Maybe maybe a watch that explains the timeline of dispersed people that left after the mine disaster. You can maybe find the secrets of the pepperoni roll because of all the Italian immigrants we had here. Layland, West Virginia, it's wild and wonderful. That's our slogan. That's our tagline. Quinnomont's the same way. All the mysteries that are there to be found, come find them.